This is Leslie Samuel here from lesliesamuel.tv. A few days ago, I posted that I made a decision to become vegetarian, and a lot of people have been asking me what what threw me over the edge. How did I come to make that decision? And I want to share that with you. I'm actually in the park right now, and what happens is in the mornings, I usually wake up and I go for a jog. And when I'm finished with my jog, I come down here to the park. I sit down on this swinging bench thing, and I look out over the lake. You can see the lake over there, and I can hear the birds chirping and all that fun stuff. And in this process, what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of reflecting on things. I'm talking with God and, just talking about life and the different experiences that I'm having, and kind of just tell him that he has permission to take my life and do whatever he wants with it. Kind of a scary thing, but not really scary anymore, because I believe that he knows how to do things with it better than I know how to do things with it, and I've proven that over and over. So I'm sitting down here and I'm having a conversation with God, and I'm talking to him about all of the different things that are happening in my life. And I'll just share some of that with you. I'm starting my PhD on Monday, but in addition to that, I am teaching. So I'm teaching at the university. And that, of course, keeps me very busy. In addition to teaching at the university, I'm running 2 online businesses. And that, of course, takes a lot to do. In addition to that, my wife and I have our little son now. So, of course, that takes some time. And I'm not complaining about any of it. I'm actually very excited about all of it. But the thing that I was struggling with is the fact that there's so much that I'm doing that I wonder, how in the world do you add a PhD to that and still be able to manage, still have time for your family, still have time for yourself, still have time to come on my runs in the morning and spend time with God, and all those types of things. But more than that, there's something else that I've been struggling with. Well, not struggling with, but I was talking to him about. When I started to really get into academics, it was really late in my career. A lot of people come to college, they know exactly what they want to do, and they start, studying for that, and they spend the time that needs to be spent and all that stuff. When I came to college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Not only that, but I was into just having a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun. It wasn't until my 5th year in college that I really got into biology. And I got fascinated by the human body, and I started to enjoy studying. And since then, I've just been going and enjoying, all the different things that I'm learning and teaching. And it's just been awesome since. But as a result of that, there's a lot that I missed out on. You're in conversations with people, and you start to realize, man, I just don't know a lot of the things that normal people know. And I told him, one of my downfalls, I guess you can say, is that I don't have a lot of knowledge about a lot of different things. I have a lot of knowledge about one specific area, but I feel deficient in others. And I'm asking him, not only that, one of the things I struggle with is memorizing a bunch of stuff, especially when there's so much information. So I'm talking to him about that, and I'm saying, in order for me to do this PhD thing, number one, you need to give me the strength, you need to give me the knowledge that I need, and you need to, or help me to acquire the knowledge that I need, and just help me through this thing. Because one of the things that I've realized is that as much as I'm doing all of these different things in my life, they're thriving not because of something that I'm doing, but I feel as if they're thriving because he's been opening some doors, and some things that have happened have been very kind of miraculous, and you could just see his hand in everything. So I told him basically, hey, you're opening these doors. Now I'm doing a PhD. I'm not even paying for the PhD. It is fully funded. I said, hey, wherever you want me to go, I'm going to go. Whatever you want me to do, I'm going to do. If there are things in my life that need to be taken out of my life, go ahead and take it. If there are things that need to be changed, go ahead and change it. I said, you have my life. You can do exactly what you want to do with it. As I start this new journey in this PhD, just come with me, guide me through it, and we're going to be okay. And if there's anything I need to do, let me know. And I heard this thing in my head saying, be vegetarian. And then I kind of stopped. Literally, I stopped and I was like, why am I thinking about this foolishness? Nobody cares about this whole be vegetarian thing. So I continue to talk to him about life and all this stuff that's going on. And the thoughts keeps coming into my mind, be vegetarian. And I'm like, what in the world, yo? This be vegetarian foolishness. Why am I thinking about this? And I started to think, wait, is God trying to tell me something? And then I was like, nah, that's not it. And I started to think, well, maybe I'm thinking that I need to be more healthy. That makes sense. And then I started this debate in my mind. And I'm talking to God and I'm like, wait, God, are you trying to tell me something? Are you trying to tell me that you want me to be more healthy? Exercise more, go on more walks in the morning? What is going on? And, I'm going back and forth and I said, listen, and this is me right here. This is exactly how it's going on. I'm saying, listen, God, look, if you want me to be more healthy, if you want me to even be vegetarian, I don't care about being vegetarian. But if you want that, you're going to have to tell me. You're going to have to show me. And then right as I kind of said that in my mind to God, a lady comes up to me. She just kind of walks over here. She said, hello, you look lonely. And I said, well, not really, but I'm just here relaxing. And she came up to me and she said, I have to tell you about something. And she starts to tell me about her life story. Now, I'm not going to tell you all the details of her life story, but I'll tell you a few crucial details when it comes to this story. Number one, she was a mental patient. And she, at some point in her life, she struggled with depression and she took a knife and she cut into her forearm, I want to die, or something of that sort. And while she's talking, she's actually doing a whole bunch of interesting moves. She's like stretching and she's turning around and she's just kind of walking around and talking to me and looking in all types of directions, like something just wasn't right. But she's talking to me about all these experiences and she's jumping all over the place so that the conversation is not necessarily very congruent. But there were a few things that she said that I was like, what in the world? She came to me and she said, if we would only obey the health message. And then she jumped onto something else. And I was like, oh, why is this woman coming up to me and telling me about the health message? And then she said something else. She said, I may not have all the knowledge that I need. But I pray to God for wisdom. And He's been guiding me. And He's been leading me. And then she jumps on something else. And while she's talking about her story with her husband and all these different types of things, she's talking for about 15 minutes. While she's talking, I'm thinking to myself, why did she mention this health stuff? Is that just kind of random? And I'm talking to God in my mind now, and I'm saying, listen, that just seemed kind of random, this health thing that she was saying. But if it's not random, have her come back to that topic and dwell on it a little more. So we're kind of wrapping up the conversation, and I'm kind of thinking, all right, sweet, she's not going to mention this health stuff. I don't got to do no stupid vegetarian foolishness. And this is literally what I'm thinking. I'm just sharing as I'm thinking it. And when she comes, she shakes my hand because she's getting ready to leave. And then she comes back to the health stuff. And she said, this health stuff is serious. And if we were to actually pay attention to it, we'd be surprised at what could happen. At least that's the gist of what she's saying. And, it was just extremely clear to me. In this discussion with this lady, and then she walked off, it was as if God used her to say, listen, don't worry about knowledge. You may not have the knowledge, and that's okay. I am going to help you. I'm going to open the doors. I'm going to take you where you need to be. I'm going to do what needs to be done in your life. Look, I used a mental patient to come right now and reach you. I can use you to do all kinds of stuff if you let me. However, I need you to be healthy. I need you to get fit. And she was here, she was exercising and stretching and all this type of stuff. I need you to take the things out of your diet that's not helping you so that you can be as prepared as possible to receive the things that I have for you. And it became extremely clear. It wasn't me just thinking about random stuff anymore. It was God saying, I want you to be in the best shape as possible, the best health as possible, so that I can do what I need to do in your life. So that's why I decided to become vegetarian. It's not because, I watch one of those crazy videos that you guys keep sharing on YouTube and Facebook about what happens to chickens and all that stuff. No, I ain't about that. I mean, not that I don't care about that, but that stuff doesn't affect me. It's because I believe that God is impressing on me that I need to change certain things in my life with my health specifically. Not that I've been living this extremely unhealthy lifestyle, but the better fit, the more fit I am, the more I can have the energy to go out there and face the challenges that are going to come in front of me. So yeah, that's it. I don't really have anything else to say. I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys from here in Berrien Springs, looking over the lake, which is really beautiful. And I love to do this first thing in the morning. It kind of sets my mind. It just gives me the right mindset. I'm able to come here and once again say to God, listen, you have my life. You can do whatever you want with it. And some of the things I've given him permission to do are kind of crazy. But you know what? He can do it because he knows how to do with my life much better than I know how to do with my life. So that's it. This is Leslie Samuel from LeslieSamuel.tv. I hope you got a lot of value from that. Now I got to go and do some talking with my God. And have a great day. God bless. And yeah, that's it. Until next time, take care. God bless.